Shift colors underway from Fulton Junior High School. I'm Greg Porter for George Landon Video Sports Productions. This is the 30th NHB Cup featuring the Manhattan Beach Sand and Surf Strikers and the Gilbert Arsenal Premier from Arizona. The head coach of the Manhattan Beach Sand and Surf Strikers is John MacArthur, and the team administrator is Robert Goldberg. They will be in red and black shorts. The keeper will be Hannah Perch. Number 2 at outside mid or outside defender is Kayala Rusher. Number 4 at outside mid is Haley Kay. Number 6 at center mid, forward, or she can be a keeper, is Jenna McKinney. Number 7 at outside defender is Julia Humphrey. Number 8 at stopper, outside mid or defender, is Sophie Haas Goldberg. Number 9 at forward or outside mid is Megan Carver. Number 12, she is injured, will not play, but that would be Sabrina Pickett. Number 13 as a sweeper defender is Lauren Irwin. Number 15 at center mid, or she can play a keeper, is Tessa Allen. Number 16 at forward or outside mid is Jennifer Porter. Number 17, she's a utility player, that's Natalie Reddington. Number 18 at outside defender, she can also play a keeper, is Sarah Knipe. And number 5, who is not here today, is Riley Edmonds. She'll be playing tomorrow. She can play center defender or center mid. And number 14 is Isabella Cuevas at forward or outside mid, and that's your lineup for the Manhattan Beach Sand and Surf Strikers. Now let's get the visitors from Arizona, and they are head coached by Casey Tate. The Gilbert Arsenal, their goalkeeper is Samantha Smith. Number 4 at defender is Kendall Weld. Number 5 at stopper is Nicole Seaman. Number 7 at, again, she plays the keeper, that's Samantha Smith. Number 10 at outside mid is Shay Jones. Number 11 at center mid is Carly Cope. Number 14 at forward is Isla Holgerson. Number 16 at center mid is Caitlin Sampson. Number 17 at forward is Tyler Williams. Number 20 at outside mid is Ashlyn Collier. Number 21 at sweeper is Mia Wilson. Number 22 at defender is Marissa Ryan. Number 24 at forward is Kylie Minifield. Number 27 at midfield is Makel Parat, and number 28 at outside mid is Ali Cholo. And that's your lineup for the Gilbert Arsenal, and we'll be underway in just a moment. And this match is set to get underway. The Gilbert Arsenal will be going from right to left on your picture screen, and the Manhattan Beach Surf and Sand Strikers will be going from left to right. The clouds are starting to move away. It is still very, very comfortable in the high 70s. Little bit of a breeze over here in Fountain Valley, California. Happy to be up here from the San Diego area where we reside after a month ago being involved in the Surf Cup from San Diego. And the match is underway. Pushing it out to the wide in their own half of the field now. Weld, and looking for somebody to run onto that one. Won't be able to have that as one of the players from the Strikers knocks it out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. Isla Holgerson throws it in on the far side, along that far sideline, the touch line, toward the central, in the back, for Manhattan Beach, and they push it forward. And you got a runner now, and that's Jennifer Porter. Couldn't quite get to it.
Come on, Strikers!
Now the Gilbert Arsenal now trying to go up to central. Deflected there at midfield, but they still are on the soccer ball with Mikel Parrott. And then over to Jones. Shea Jones tried to go to the interior, but that ball was met with resistance, and it goes back out to the wide as the Manhattan Beach has it now, and they send it forward. On the near side. Back with it, the Gilbert Arsenal from Arizona, heading toward that 18-yard box over in the corner. But the defenders playing well for the Santa Surf Strikers, and they push it to the wide side of the field, and they have control now. Just the starting of the match, 0-0.
Yes, good run, Jennifer. Keep going.
Manhattan Beach trying to continue on, but stopped there. However, a touch quickly there by Allen. And out of the far side, Lauren Irwin, and it goes out of play. A throw-in now for the Gilbert Arsenal. They've got a touch on it there, and a lob toward the 18-yard box, but it was met right there. Nice chest trap intercept. 25-minute halves in this match of the girls under 12. To the far side now, where Manhattan Beach and their defenders trying to get control. They can't, and it is sent now as a save for the keeper. Hannah Perch able to make the save. On a couple of bounces to midfield.
Keep going, Haley. Keep going, Haley. Keep going.
Caitlin Sampson was trying to get to it, but she could not. As defending was Sampson, but Megan Carver kept her off the ball. And it's pushed over now to Kay, and it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Mikkel Parrott. Parrott throws it in. Parrott on a 50-50 ball challenge there, and it caroms over to Cope. Cope into central. Cope now is going to switch it to the far side, but that ball had way too much pace on it for Collier, and it'll be a throw-in for Manhattan Beach Santa Surf Strikers. Well, MB Santa Surf Strikers now with it in their own half of the field. That's a touch by Tessa Allen. And now it goes toward the central now as they try to control, and they do well. Push it over midfield for a run by Haley Kay. Haley Kay on the near side now, still on a soccer ball. Kay in the corner and puts it into the 18-yard box. There is Gilbert Arsenal, though. They collect it and push it out of the box on the near side. And let's see, they touched it out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. We're MB Sand and Surf. The Strikers, and a foul, and it'll be a throw-in. Okay, there's going to be now a free kick, and that free kick by Megan Carver into the box, up in the air. Who's going to win it? The Gilbert Arsenal do, trying to push it up forward, but they could not as Kayala Rusher getting it down to the keeper, and the keeper able to make the save, Samantha Smith. Smith driving it forward. Coming over to it is Goldberg. Goldberg across midfield, a touch there by Pickett. And now another touch by Porter, Jennifer Porter on the wide side, but dispossessed on the outside, and the Gilbert Arsenal now trying to find somebody, but that was kicked out of play. They weren't able to progress along the far sideline. And again, in the midfield play, they make it tough for the Gilbert Arsenal to continue on. However, they are finding a way along the far sideline as they get a touch, but getting it is Humphrey. Drawing it back to a teammate, trying to push it up forward, but it was intercepted there and sent toward the box now, but a offsides call. And so it'll be a free kick. 0-0 your score. They're going to be substitutions coming in now for MB Sand and Surf Strikers. They're going to get two fresh players in, and it's going to be number 14, Isabella Cuevas, and Natalie Reddington is coming into the contest. Cuevas and Reddington now. off the free kick. Down to Central. Intercepted, though, by Mikel Parrott. Now off the 50-50, it comes over to Tessa Allen, and now we have a foul. And it's going to be a free kick for MB Sand and Surf Strikers.
I got to run out here. Tell her right now.
So the Sand and Surf Strikers with the free kick. Let's see which way they want to go, how they want to process their offensive action here. And coming over into the space that time, not allowing him much more time, was Isla Holgerson, knocking it out of play. It is a throw-in now for MB Sand and Surf Strikers in their own half of the field along the far side. And I guess it was an illegal throw-in, so it's going to give it away to the Gilbert Arsenal. The Gilbert Arsenal playing in their first tournament in the new season here. I'm going to throw it in. Intercepted nicely that time by Tessa Allen. Porter, Allen trying to work the action over and on the far side. It goes out of play, so it is going to be a throw-in for the Gilbert Arsenal. Probably about 8 or 9 minutes gone here in the first half. In the space, it was one there, but they couldn't hold on to it. MB Sand and Surf Strikers, so they give way again to a throw-in for the Gilbert Arsenal. The Arsenal with a touch there by Minifield and a foul. And it'll be their free kick. Free kick trying to get into the 18-yard box to see what they do here on this set piece. 0-0 your score. Fountain Valley, California, Fulton Junior High School. And a drive and a save. Hannah Purse making the save. As they did get a quality play out of that set piece, but Perch was there to make the save and rob it from going inside that far post. And it'll be now a throw-in. Throw-in from the near side. MB Sand and Surf Strikers. And a whistle. Didn't do it correctly, so now going to give it away to Parrott. Parrott will throw it in. The Gilbert Arsenal. Knocked out of play. The MB Sand and Surf Strikers in their own half of the field will have it now, and they'll see if they can get it working out. Over to Porter. Kay. Tried to get back to Porter, it didn't go to her. But they have some good passing right now. However, intercepted on the way to Tessa Allen. And now they have a runner down to Central. Does the Gilbert Arsenal, they take a shot or an attempted pass, and it is going to be a corner kick. Lastly knocked out by the MB Sand and Surf Strikers. So the Gilbert Arsenal now with the set piece again here in the last few minutes here. Trying to see if they can put something in the net. 0-0 is your score at the moment. With the CK from the near side, the Arsenal. And that's intercepted. It was off of one of their players. It'll be a goal kick. Shay Jones couldn't control it. Too much pace on that line drive. Corner kick. Center ref real active in this game. A lot of instructional things here. Produces more whistles here. Not a problem. Intercepted by Minifield. Minifield now takes a shot, but Perch is there, protecting the near post.
Look wide. There you go, Haley.
Perch drives it forward, but is intercepted as the white and green were there. Into the 6-yard box, but Perch saves it again. Off the bounce. A lot of people in the area, but she's able to pick that one out. And it go back the other way now.
Control test.
On a counterattack, trying to get it going. MB Sand and Surf Strikers. And that one, will it be controlled? It's still in play, but knocked out now. So the MB Sand and Surf Strikers will throw it in. In the defensive half of the Gilbert Arsenal, and that's Kay. Kay throwing it in. Her pass intercepted. However, running onto it is Carver. But she's dispossessed, and a foul, and it will be against Gilbert Arsenal. So now it'll be a free kick. And now they have a set piece try. Do the MB Sanded Surf Strikers. Tessa Allen is taking it. Allen into the box. In the central of the box is intercepted. But they still are on the soccer ball. Back to Allen. Nice collection there, but then they intercepted it, but driven now into the box. They have a runner into the corner of the 6-yard box, and then it goes out of play, out of the 18-yard box and past the goal line. And it is going to be a corner kick. Lastly, touchdown by the Gilbert Arsenal. So Megan Carver will take the CK here. Let's see what they do now with another set piece here in the last couple minutes. Maybe they can get more on this one. Bends it, outswinger, trying to control it, but that's going to work against the MB Sanded Surf Strikers, so it is now going to be a free kick, as I believe there must have been an offsides call. Either that or it was a foul at that spot. Intercepted momentarily by Tessa Allen off the 50-50 ball. It goes upfield, and a missed try that time by the Gilbert Arsenal. A nice change of direction that time, as you saw it. Sarah Kniep doing a fine job of changing direction that time. And the Gilbert Arsenal is going to get a couple of fresh players for Coach Casey Tate over there. And they don't have their numbers on their shorts, so we don't really know what numbers they are until they turn around. We'll mention their names as they touch that soccer ball. They're throwing it in at Gilbert Arsenal in their own half of the field. Knocked out. And one of the substitutions was identified as Ali Cholo. And the other one, I guess, was identified as Tyler Williams for the Gilbert Arsenal.
2 and 17 for red. 2 and 17 are new.
Kayla Rusher and Natalie Reddington now in for the MB Sanded Surf Strikers. In the corner now with a soccer ball. Megan Carver. Carver directs it towards the keeper, and she has to make a save. That was a good quality shot. Samantha Smith able to stay with it and make the save. Still a 0-0 game here as we work more than halfway towards the first half of action.
Jenna, control it. Go wide, Bella.
And the end of the first half of action. Greg Porter. Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you. George Landon Video Sports Production with George on the camera. Always special when we have George on the camera. And that ball goes out of play to goal line. George has been on that camera for over a decade. Working on 2. As you see, the Gilbert Arsenal now going to tee it up. Their own half of the field, their own defensive third. Try to get something going offensively, as they've been playing a lot in their own half of the field here in the last few minutes. Driving it up. Intercepted. However, it rolls over to Cholo, and Allie could not try to turn on it, as good defensive positioning that time by Haley Kay. And Kay intercepts it now. Kay works it over to Allen. Or that's Carver, rather. Carver toward the central, intercepted now. And it goes over to Tyler Williams. Williams with a little time, but not much time, as she's dispossessed there. Nicely done in the space, and retreating back now is the Gilbert Arsenal. As Porter tried to control it, and they dispossessed her now. She gets a touch, though, and gets it to the central. And now they want to switch it to the near side, but that ball was not going to make it over there as Cholo intercepted it. However, here's Carver. Carver's still trying to get to the soccer ball, but they squeeze her out of the chance there, and they push it upfield. Do the Arsenal. And on the near side, Kylie Minifield Minifield on the run. Minifield with space. Minifield being challenged and taken away that time in the 18-yard box. But Minifield still trying to stay after it and trying to protect in the box. In the top of the box. Still a lot of pressure by the Arsenal. And outside of the box into the corner. Here's Minifield now. Minifield still staying active and pushing it all the way over, and they do get a shot out of it as Perch makes the save. Comes off her line there, and no problem with the save. From the 6-yard box, the corner of it, by Minifield, and the Arsenal, though, have a couple players there in the space to make an attempt at it, but and now they do get it. Almost gave it away. Parrott with it. Here's Parrott to the central, getting it, trying to get it over a teammate, but they won't be able to get to it. As the speed and the determination of the MB Sanded Surf Strikers able to protect their defensive third. Doing a fine job, keeping this game at 0-0. After the offsides call. Retreating back there, Lauren Irwin. And maybe another offsides call. Irwin has played fine, doing a fine job, helping out in the back, the sweeper. Sweeper number 13, here's Hannah Perch. In a 0-0 game, driven upfield. As on the far side, continuing to push it up, Isabella Cuevas. And here's Carver. Carver, a shot and just missed the far post. Carver, nice try that time. Just missed the far post, though. And massive substitutions now for the Gilbert Arsenal. We'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball, but coming in also for the MB Sanded Surf Strikers is Tessa Allen now.
Get that ball, Courtney!
In the 18-yard box, the Gilbert Arsenal trying to get it out of there. They push it up. Into space, who's going to get it? It's going to be the MP Sanded Surf Strikers, and it goes out of play. But who was it lastly knocked out? It was lastly knocked out by the Gilbert Arsenal as the throw-in ensues. But there's numbers for the white and green. Still trying to push it out of their own half of the field. Minifield to touch. However, Minifield gets it again as it was intercepted. Off to Karam. Push forward. Nicole Seaman came up there, got a touch for Gilbert Arsenal. And now in a deep back. Or not in the deep back, but it reduced the size of the field. And she had to get back there and make that big play. Lauren Irwin. On the near side. As it's pushed across midfield from Megan Carver. She can't get to it, but here's Porter now. Jennifer Porter with the soccer ball. Gonna switch it way deeply to the wide, and that's Cuevas. And the Arsenal able to get to it. Too much pace on it for Isabella Cuevas. Now towards the central. Couldn't quite get to it, was Reddington. Trying to chase it down is Reddington, and she does. And Sophie Haas-Goldberg gaining a touch. And coming up nicely is Kayla Rusher. Rusher pushing it up, and now a header now for Sophie Haas-Goldberg, but not far enough. Retreating back is Irwin. Irwin now gets to it, showing her speed. Lauren Irwin down the far side, and that ball she ran out of real estate. So the throw-in, as we work toward halftime, maybe about 6 or 7 minutes left, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe even less. Up here on the grounds of Fulton Junior High School, Fountain Valley, California. with it. The Manhattan Beach Santa Surf Strikers now trying to process something offensively, but now they're going to give it away defensively, and it was an offsides call. Nearly could have been a dangerous scenario. If it was onside, that was a quality play, very nearly processed into a goal. As the Arsenal continuing to put that pressure on in the last couple minutes. However, Irwin and company in the back been very, very strong, making it tough for the Arsenal to get a good quality shot. The Arsenal from Arizona on the far sidelines. They have the soccer ball again, but it's intercepted nicely by Manhattan Beach Santa Surf Strikers now. And to the far side, it goes out of play. And it'll be a throw-in for Manhattan Beach on the far side. Looks like Irwin is taking it. Intercept, however, on it is Porter. Jennifer Porter now. Porter stops her direction and sends a long ball, an early ball. Trying to chase it down, and the keeper missed it. And the keeper's got to get back Smith, and she falls on it in the 18-yard box. Smith whiffed on the try, and then she had to run back. Fortunately for her, when it was in the box, she can fall on it and touch it with her hands, and was able to do that.
It's all right, Natalie. Be focused on the ball here. Be focused on the ball.
A free kick now for the Gilbert Arsenal with time running out in the first half. Trying to get something going, both teams here. But now here in the last minute or so, it is the red and black in the corner with Cuevas. Knocked out of play, and Cuevas and company will throw it in. Of the MB Santa Surf Strikers in a 0-0 game from the far side.
Look at Sophie square.
Porter now. And she's dispossessed. And there's only two in a deep back at 2v2. And they get back to it in time. Irwin now has to get to it. Minifield on the far side, but it goes out past the goal line. And it was lastly touched by Irwin. Nice job making sure Minifield did not turn on that play. That would have been danger there defensively. Minifield showing her speed for the Gilbert Arsenal. But Irwin showing her ability to protect into space. It goes out of play.
All right. You ready, Haley? Julia, you ready?
And it will be a goal kick.
Megan.
Substitutions, though, coming in for red and black. MB Santa Surf Strikers in a 0-0 game. In the waning moments here of the first half. Trying to get some fresh players in. Head coach John MacArthur getting number 4 in there, Haley Kay, and number 7, Julia Humphrey. And they want to be the charge here with some gas left here in the first half to try and see if they can put one on the board. Humphrey is trying to get the ball. Will stay after trying to get the ball at midfield and does. Gives it to her teammate now. Humphrey, a nice heel pass, but intercepted, though, staying in between the two players was Caitlin Sampson of the Arsenal. And taken away now, pushed up forward on a long ball. However, retreating back is Seaman. Nicole Seaman knocking it to the far side. And that's the end of the first half of action, a double whistle. We hope you enjoyed the first half of action here in Fountain Valley, California. It's the NHB Cup 2008, the 30th annual. You'll be seeing what the coaches are saying and hearing what they're saying to their players at halftime as they get the refreshments, and then we'll be back with the second half of this girls under 12 match.
But it needs to be after a bad play. When she does it,
Like the two times how I missed it.
when she does it bad, okay, like one time, then that's when you try to walk up to the ref. Not directly and talk to him, but just like watch the ball. The ref's right here. You go, hey ref, can you watch that play? She was elbows in the back pretty bad. And if you're like, yeah, I'll watch it. Okay. It's not like, hey, you watch that girl, she's pushing me all over the place. It's just like, hey, by the way, you're watching. Do that? Okay. So she's talking about, these girls are big, right?
Big.
A lot of them are pretty big out there. They're like, so what? Fire.
Water.
So if they're big and they're physical and they're aggressive, what do you do? Smart and
Out physical them.
quick.
Okay, we're about ready to get underway here in the second half of this match. 0-0 in the first half. Nobody scored. And we have the MB Sanded Surf Strikers now going from right to left on your picture, with the Gilbert Arsenal going from left to right. We got to change a keeper for the MB Sanded Surf Strikers. Now the keeper here in the second half is Jenna McKinney. And we're underway. The Gilbert Arsenal in their own half of the field. They had some nice moments in the first half, but maybe one shot that they potentially could have had a goal, and that was nicely saved that time by Hannah Perch. And of course, for the MB Sanded Surf Strikers, not anything that really would have put one in the back of the net, but they are getting closer with their set pieces. Irwin now, you'll get a chance to see her from the near side now. In her own half, her own defensive third, and drives it up on the long ball now. Carver couldn't quite get to it. Lots of numbers for the white and the green of the Arsenal. However, coming in is the white and the black, trying to continue action there, keep them in their own half of the field. Holgerson, Isla, and then it goes out of play on the near side. So it'll be a throw-in for Manhattan Beach now, trying to keep an offensive approach going here. Well, Kayala Rusher. And now pushed back in their own defensive half with Minifield chasing down for the Gilbert Arsenal. Minifield being marked, though, very nicely on the far side. Stops and then takes a shot anyways. It goes past the goal line. It will be a goal kick. Jenna McKinney. Minifield intercepts. Toward the 18-yard box. They got it out of there, however, now this time back in the box on a bounce, and McKinney able to make the play. And McKenna trying to slingshot it, and does to her teammates. However, now in the space taken away, Gilbert Arsenal now, and winning it there, Say Jones, just for a moment, as Irwin does a fine job of intercepting. Getting it over to Rusher now. Kay couldn't quite get to it. However, now running onto it is Reddington. Reddington getting it over to Allen. Allen's pass intercepted, but Allen comes into space and intercepts herself. And sends it out to the wide to Megan Carver. Carver on the run. Carver toward the box. Carver in the box. Takes a shot. It goes up in the air and over to the back of the net. Nice run by Megan Carver that time. Couldn't quite get a goal out of it, but Carver putting some heavy pressure on the defenders of the Arsenal. Still a 0-0 match. However, it's going to be a CK.
on, Megan. Good corner kick.
Megan Carver on the corner. It gets into the 6-yard box.
Come on, Tessa.
The header brought down, and coming out to make the save is Smith. Smith says, I better get off this line and get to that soccer ball, because if they get another touch on it, they might put it in the back of the net in a 0-0 match here. Collier on the far side, but she's being pressured by Hannah Perch, who's the keeper in the first half. Goes out of play. Going to be a throw-in now. Throw-in for Manhattan Beach, the Santa Surf Strikers now. From the far side touchline, they have a player there. And that is Allen. Allen tried to turn and drive it. It goes out of play. Knocked out by the Arsenal.
One more. Taylor, talk to her. What kind of throw is that? Come on, guys.
And incorrect throw-in. So now opportunity for the Arsenal to push forward in this match. At this time, into the corner, a collision. Center ref allows him to play on. Coming over into the space is Irwin, intercepting and driving it out of play. Lauren Irwin showing her ability mentally to possess what's going on and step in and make plays in this game, and it's really helped them out defensively. The Manhattan Beach Santa Surf Strikers on the near side trying to keep it in, and it goes out of play. The Gilbert Arsenal for an attack here, and an offensive third for them. Trying to switch it to the far side, but that might not have been the smartest play as they gave it away now. As Carver trying to get to it, and she's got plenty of real estate to get to it. And she has it. Gonna make a move, makes one around one defender, still on the soccer ball.
He's there, Tessa.
Dispossessed for a moment, but is able to get the pass toward the interior. Got players there for touches. They push it out to the wide. Now for a shot. Blocked in the 6-yard box. However, they're still in attacking third now. MB, and they got another shot, but could not quite get an accurate enough shot that time. Had a lot of velocity, but that was the one where later on they'll be able to bend that ball towards the keeper and put it in the back of the net. At the age of 11 and 12, still trying to find the ability to do those types of things. Rusher now. We got players in the red and black that got plenty of touches here in the last few minutes. On the near side, falling down, and here is Holgerson. Holgerson with space. Holgerson still on the soccer ball. Holgerson takes a pass, and there's going to be a foul. I believe that was actually not a foul. It's going to turn out to be an offsides call. So you're offsides on the play. And Holgerson is maybe the tallest girl out there, and using her size to her advantage that time in that box.
Shut him down. Gets like this all the time.
A little too riled up over there.
McKinney outside of the 18-yard box, but here's Minifield for a steal, but then being there nicely is the deep back of the Manhattan Beach Santa Surf Strikers. As Minifield wasn't able to process another opportunity to go further with the soccer ball or get a shot. Mikkel Parrott on the near side for the visitors from Arizona. And a foul. It's going to be a free kick.
Let's talk to each other.
Let's put it in, Red.
Free kick now
Let's make it boring
for Manhattan Beach Santa Surf Strikers. We'll get to play with Riley Edmonds tomorrow. And that ball coming over near us. Get a good look right here. Red and black. 0-0. Score after the throw-in by Kayla Rusher. Goes out of play. The Arsenal on the near side. Holgerson trying to get to it. Minifield being squeezed there. However, now our teammate helps out Carly Cope, but is intercepted now. Taken away, going back the other way as they have to retreat back. Does the Gilbert Arsenal, and it goes out of play. They'll have a throw-in toward that attacking third. Will Manhattan Beach in a 0-0 game. About maybe 10 minutes gone here in the second half. The throw-in, getting it over to Perch. Perch, remember, was the keeper in that first half. Couldn't control it, however, was knocked out by the Gilbert Arsenal. The throw-in into the corner now. Trying to get a touch that time by Tessa Allen. Here's Perch towards the keeper, and Smith bobbled it and then grabbed it at the last moment as Carver almost put it in the back of the net. Quick reaction by Smith. Give up the rebound, and boy, it's one of those things. Almost a dangerous play that time off of Minifield, but they didn't call it. Minifield now trying to make a play on the attack. She's got a teammate there in the space, and that's Collier, but she couldn't do anything with it. Taken away. And a nice challenge that time by Kendall Weld of the Arsenal. Weld saw the player for the Manhattan Beach Sandage Surf Strikers going for a big run, but had to make that challenge in the space. And now the Arsenal, because of it, got a long ball, an early ball for Minifield. Minifield in the box. Minifield could be a tough play here, but a save! Nice save that time by McKinney. McKinney staying with the speed of Minifield and takes the angle and takes away that play, an attempt for a goal. It's still 0-0. Down to Central. Ball headed toward the 18-yard box. Chasing it down on the near side. Bringing it down is Jones. Trying to get a teammate to run onto it. Nobody in the space. They give it away, and it'll be a throw-in. As it was lastly knocked out by Manhattan Beach. A throw-in now. In the corner. At the 18-yard box now, trying to go further into the interior, very close. Holgerson is there and trying to get another strike at it. Still is on the ball. Got a teammate now, and it's knocked out of the last ball, but great play by Sarah Kneep.
Gotta clear it, strikers!
Kneep making a great play into space. Otherwise, that would have been in the back of the net. Still a 0-0 score. The Gilbert Arsenal now putting a lot of pressure on here lately. Holgerson, Isla Holgerson is really starting to show a lot of things here in the second half that's creating problems now. Minifield trying to get to it, can't get to it. And coming out with his speed nicely is Sarah Hans Goldberg. Goldberg pushing it up. Only a couple in the deep back for the Gilbert Arsenal, and they're able to push it across midfield and get some of their players to help out in their own half of the field. Shay Jones now on the long ball with Holgerson trying to get to it. On the near side, Haley Kay. However, they give it away. Here's Cope. Cope down to Central, taken away nicely as they stand tall. Into space, again another try. And this time it's going to be a tough one and a goal. Number 11, Carly Cope, put that ball in the air and drove it to the far post, and the first goal of the game you just saw, 1-0.
Girls, it's your turn. Pick it up.
They had been doing such a great job of finding a way to get that ball out of their own deep third, and that time Cope had space, lifted the ball in the air, and no real chance for Jenna McKinney. And now on the near side, with Kay. Her pass intercepted now, and in their own deep third, they push it up to Central now.
Come on, Megan! Get in there, Megan!
Carver has a little space. Her teammate takes a drive and just missed the top post. Oh, that was close. And it would have been a 1-1 game as Natalie Reddington trying a blast up high.
Almost, Natalie!
Reddington said, I could do the same thing. I'll lift that ball in the air with space. She had time and nearly tied up the game.
Get in front, Megan!
1-0. The Arsenal still leading. The far side. Out of their own half of the field trying to push it up. Process a counterattack. Cannot do it as it winds in their corner into their 18-yard box, and Smith comes out and makes the save.
Come on, strikers!
Fortunately for the Arsenal, because there was a striker to her right.
Stay with it! You got it! There you go! You got it, Kel. There you go. Who's there?
On the near side now.
Hurry, girl.
Over in the 18-yard box, and a miss there by Irwin, and Irwin doesn't usually do that, and that time she has to get help. Fortunately, there was not a player with speed against her. However, and coming off is McKenna. McKinney making a nice save that time in front of Minifield. And a whistle. And it'll be a free kick. Free kick for Manhattan Beach. Time running out in the game. Down 1-0. About 10 minutes left to go or so. Unofficially, by our count, center ref has the official time on the field. And he starts looking at that watch. You know it's close.
Dan, come on, stop!
At midfield, he hasn't started doing that yet, though. And a ball on the near side, still kept in. Nice hustle that time, or at least we thought, by Hannah Perch. Mikkel Parrott is going to throw it in. Parrott throws it in. Her pass intercepted. Into space. Cholo, Ali Cholo into the corner. Kept in nicely by Tyler Williams of the Arsenal. And Cholo again.
Come on, guys, let's go.
They're getting these touches here.
Come on, guys. Control, go, Jen, go.
Jennifer Porter now. Porter on the near side. Porter's got a lot of space, draws it back to her teammate, who drives it forward. Tessa Allen. Allen gives it out to the outside for Kay. Haley Kay on a run just outside the box. Drops it back, and now a drive into the box, and a save by Smith.
Offside.
And an offsides call.
Well played, Haley.
They had a real good offensive attack that time, and it was very well formulated and nearly tied up the game. But they were a little bit tardy being behind the defender and call for the offsides call. And obviously, head coach John MacArthur wants them to continue to do that. Continue to work like they just did. Retreating back. Collier having problems in the corner as pressure being put on her by Cuevas. I believe it's Cuevas over there. Substitutions coming in now.
Julia.
Sylvia Haas-Goldberg's coming in. Julia Humphreys coming in.
You're fine right there. Pinch in probably, Julia. Yeah. Pinch in.
Good throw in from the far side. On the near side for Humphrey. Humphrey now. Humphrey, nice job as Minifield putting a lot of pressure on her, so she's still able to get in the corner and directed now toward the center of the box. And Smith is able to reach out and get it at the last moment. They nearly got another whack at it, and it would have been a goal. Smith has had some fortune in this game. She's also played well, a combination. You got to have that as a keeper.
Stay with it.
To the outside now, and off the foot of Irwin. Irwin getting it to a teammate. But the Arsenal still having a chance at it and drive it all the way down to McKinney. And Jenna has it easily off her line and going to try to get it started for a counterattack. But it winds all the way over to Sampson, and they drive it back toward that defensive third. However now, Manhattan Beach, they had a touch. Not getting the touches here, and every time they allow the Arsenal to possess that soccer ball, it takes time off the clock, and it takes their chances away. About 5 or 6 minutes left to go in a game. And so now they've got to possess the ball a lot more. They've got to start processing offensive attacks. But they can't do that if they give it away. The touch there, a couple of touches now.
Do it, Megan.
And coming into space nicely that time was Nicole Seaman for the Arsenal. And now the one who scored the goal is Cope. But she's dispossessed nicely there by Goldberg. Goldberg trying to push it out to the wide, but it was knocked out by Weld. And so MB Sanded Surf Strikers at midfield will have a throw in. They throw it in, the header. Push across midfield. Is it still in? No, it's out. So it'll be a throw in from the far side. Time running out. The minutes running out in this match. The red and black now, they want to try to possess the soccer ball, and the Arsenal don't want to let them do it. And they're content to keep playing around with the ball in the space at midfield and eating the precious time off the clock.
Hey, Red, let's push forward now.
We gotta push it up.
Soph, let's push it now.
Another throw in for the red and black, but they can't seem to get out of that kind of lock over on the far side and at midfield. And it's going to be a free kick. Trying to find a combination out of that lock. Let's see if they can. Trying to get a long ball to somebody. And it winds over, but it ends up over to Parrott. And maybe they're running out of juice in this game, because it seems like a little bit fresher now is the Arsenal. They're getting the touches. They're controlling the soccer ball now. And they now have a fresh player coming in. I believe that is Shay Jones coming in. As throwing it in is Parrott. Parrott trying to get it to midfield. Can't do it. But getting a touch by Cholo. Allie and her teammates trying to continue to possess the soccer ball.
Come on, guys, get it up there. Let's go. Work it, work it.
Driven over now to Tessa Allen. And they can't seem to get it toward that defensive third of the Arsenal. Minifield now with it on the near side, taken away. Here's Porter. What can she do with it? Try to switch it, but it's going to give it away, though, off of a bounce. They have numbers in the central, and their midfielders playing well. About 2 or 3 minutes left to go in the game. Can they work a big play left? How many big plays are left in them? Time of the game when both teams are tired, worn down. Who still has enough? Porter weaving her way, and a foul. It's going to be a free kick.
Let's go, wake up!
Free kick now.
Go, go, go!
Minifield intercepts it and drives it all the way back. And if you're a defender, you have to run all the way back. That's more effort now. And it's importantly more time off the clock. Humphrey now works it over to Perch. Controlling the visitors from the Arsenal. Almost a handball. Irwin falls down, and there is no call, and it hits a post. It hit the post. A help for McKinney that time, and McKinney comes off her line. They still have it, and it's knocked past the goal line, and they're going to get a corner kick. Corner kick for the Arsenal. Going to be a substitution. Coach Casey Tate, and in the last moments here, his team seems to have a chance now to pull this 1-0 victory off. Unless Manhattan Beach can get something going the other way. And there's a foul and a free kick. Maybe this will be the start of it.
You gotta be fast. Keep taking shots.
Substitution now as Natalie Reddington comes into the contest. And number 2, Kayala Rusher over to the near side. Tessa Allen. Allen on the soccer ball. Gives it to her teammate. Trying to go down in central.
Go, girls, do something.
Porter didn't quite get that one.
You gotta beat her, Megan.
Center ref now looking at his watch. Just moments left to go in the game. Into central now. Manhattan Beach Sand and Surf Strikers now running out of time, and they can't seem to get the ball upfield. Running back now, Hannah Perch. Perch drives it to the far side, but coming over there is Parrott. And that's going to be the end of the match. An exciting game to watch. We hope you enjoyed it here from Fulton Junior High School in Fountain Valley, California. In the girls under 12 of the NHB, the 30th Annual Cup. The final score, it was 1-0, the Gilbert Arsenal Premier team from Arizona over the Manhattan Beach Sand and Surf Strikers. Stick around, we'll have comments from those who participated in the game today. Good game. Greg Porter back here with the Manhattan Beach Sand and Surf Strikers, and you're?
Megan Carver.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about this tournament and just how, is this your first tournament of the year?
No, we had 3. I think this is our 3rd or 4th.
Okay. So how's those tournaments been going so far?
Good. We took 1st place in Spring Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And in the other tournament we got 3rd place, I think. And then this tournament.
Okay. That's great. What do you guys hope to learn out of this tournament?
Just work on our ball skills and making better passes and be more creative.
Okay. Did you have fun in this game?
Yeah, it was a good game.
What school you go to?
Jefferson Elementary.
Okay. Like that school? Their favorite teacher or something over there?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Okay, let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
Tessa Allen.
Okay, Tessa, talk a little bit about this game today and this tournament and what you guys want to try to do.
Well, in the game today, we could have made like a little bit better passes. We could have worked together as a team a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay. Is a lot of fun playing on this team?
Yeah, it's so much fun because I'm with all my friends. And yeah.
All right, good. What school you go to?
I go to American Martyrs.
Okay, you like that school? Favorite teacher over there?
Yeah, I love it. I don't really have a favorite teacher now.
Okay. Favorite subject maybe?
I like recess.
Okay, good. We know you're good at that. Let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
Natalie Reddington.
Okay, Natalie, talk a little bit about this game and just being out here for another great tournament.
I thought that we played well, but we could have done better. I agree with Tessa, and we could have done better.
Okay. Is there anything that you guys might be able to pull from this game so that you'll be better in the next game?
I think we could talk a little bit more and I think we could talk a little bit more.
All right, a little bit more communication is always great in any sport. Okay, what school you go to?
American Martyrs.
Okay, you like that school?
Yes, I do.
All right, favorite subject or teacher over there?
Favorite subject is reading.
All right, that's a good thing. All righty, girls. Lastly, you want to do a shout out or cheer or anything? I'll give you guys a mic on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go Strikers! Yeah! Woo! Let's win our next game!
There you go.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Greg Porter back here with the Manhattan Beach Sand and Surf Strikers, and you're?
Jennifer Porter.
Okay. Jennifer, well, first of all, I'll say you got my same last name, Porter. It's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah.
All righty. Talk a little bit about this game today. You were active as all your teammates were all throughout the game. Talk a little bit about this game today.
Well, like we had a couple of good shots, but some just went like wild. But I think we could have passed a little better because some were just like going either too high or, yeah, we just weren't doing well. But we did good.
Yeah.
And then we also needed to control a little better.
Okay.
That's our first time.
And you think you can do all those types of things here in the future in the next game, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Great answer. How's the practices and the things that prepare you guys for a tournament like this? Are they pretty good?
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Your parents really kind of keep you focused on what's going on?
Yeah. Well, like some people train at home and stuff, and yeah, there's also soccer practice. So.
All right. Okay, what school you got to?
Manhattan Beach Middle School.
Okay. You like that school over there? Favorite subject or teacher you got over there?
No.
All right. Okay. Let me talk to your teammate. And you are?
Kayla Rusher.
Okay. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about, what you guys might try to accomplish in the tournament here.
In this tournament, we should probably work on passing more, communicating, just linking more passes. We've been off for a little bit, so we're still trying to work on that now.
All right. Maybe that might produce more of that one shot that almost tied up the game, right?
It probably would. And we just tie together more passes and switch the field, and we'll probably get more shots and more goals.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. What school you go to?
I'm going to go to Manhattan Beach Middle School.
Okay. All right. And let me talk to your teammate on the outside. Tell us who you are.
Lauren Irwin.
Okay. Lauren, talk a little bit about from the defensive perspective. I think you guys had a pretty good lock on them for the most part, except for that one time when they got to go.
Yeah, we were doing pretty well, but we needed to get it out wide, and then the people on the wide, the wingers could dribble up and then cross it in, and we were just kind of booting it out to clear it, but not necessarily to somebody directly for part of the time. So.
I'll tell you what, you guys got an idea of how you want to do it, and it was just one of those things where they got that one shot, and that became danger, and they got it in the back of the net. What school you got to?
Hermosa Valley.
Okay. You like that school over there, or is there a subject or teacher that you got over there?
I like it pretty well, but it's just school.
Okay. Cool. All righty now. Girls, go ahead and say one last thing to anybody watching this tape. If you want to do a shout out or a cheer, whatever you want to do. I'll give you guys mic.
Hi, Mom! Hi, Bob! Yeah, hi! Olay! Wow! 3. 1, 2, 3. Strikers!
Some more of the Manhattan Beach Sand and Surf Strikers. Manhattan Beach, that's a nice place, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And you are?
Hannah Perch.
Okay. Hannah, you were the keeper in the first half, did a fine job, and then the second half trying to help these guys to get something in the back of the net. Isn't that fun where you kind of get to play defense and offense?
Yes, it is. Whoop-de-doo.
Well, you get to learn a lot of different things, and that only will help you further your game in the future. Talk a little about what, are you going to be the keeper in the next games, or are you going to play kind of the same role?
I think I'm going to play keeper in both games. The one today, maybe. And then probably more on the field. So.
Okay. All right. Well, you get to do all that fun. Maybe you can get a goal today or something like that. One of those games where I'm sure you probably wish you were in the net once you took that shot, right?
Yeah. Yes, I was.
That was kind of a tough one when she did take that shot and score. Yeah. Okay, what school you go to?
MBMS.
Okay. You like that school?
Yes,
All right.
I do.
All right. You got a favorite subject over there or teacher?
Miss Daly.
Okay, that'll work.
Humanities teacher.
All right, humanities, that's good stuff. All right. Let me talk to your teammate here, and you are?
I am Isabella Cuevas.
Okay.
And yeah, that's my name.
All right, Isabella, talk a little about, the way you guys want to do this tournament.
We want to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing?
Well, like, do I talk about how or what we should do? Well, I think we should like pass more and communicate. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That'll work. That definitely will get some goals going and stuff. I know you guys want to pepper that neck for the next games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. What school you go to?
I'm going to Manhattan Beach Middle School.
Okay. Any favorite subject or teacher over there?
Well, I don't really know any yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right. Let me talk to your teammate. And you are?
I'm Sarah Kneep.
Okay. Sarah, talk about the game today and what you guys would like to try to do to finish this tournament out.
I think we played really well, but we could pass and communicate more. The goal on Jenna, it was hard to get because it went right to the wide.
Right.
And we can try and play more smart and make sure that people who are more physical, we can just make them trip without us doing anything.
Okay. All right. What school you go to?
I'm going to MBMS.
Okay. All right. Let me talk to your teammate to the outside here, and you are?
Julia Humphrey.
Okay. Julia, talk a little bit about what you want to try to do as well as your teammates collectively in the rest of this tournament.
Well,
Try to communicate, stuff like that?
yeah, I want to get like wide and open, and yeah, that's it.
Just keep that communication lines going, right? Try to maybe wear them out in the next game, right?
Yeah.
All right. What school are you going to be going to?
MBMS Middle School.
All right. Good. Okay, girls, I'm going to give you guys the floor. You can say one last shout out or cheer or whatever. Look at that camera.
Strikers.
What?
Go Strikers. Go Strikers. Strikers.
Thanks, girl. Greg Porter back here with some more MB Santa Surf Strikers. And what does Santa Surf Strikers mean? Just means winning, right?
Yes.
There you go. That'll work. And you are? And you are?
Sophie
Okay, what's your last name, Sophie?
Haskelberg.
Okay. Sophie, talk a little bit about what you guys want to try to do in the upcoming games.
Win and have more switching of the field.
Okay. I want to make it more difficult for them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. What school you go to?
Penny Camp. Or not MBMS.
Okay. Are you looking forward to going with your teammates to that school?
Yeah.
All right. We talk to your teammate in your.
Jenna McKinney.
Okay. Jenna, talk about, you had to play keeper in the second half, but in the first half you're trying to make some things offensively go. It's kind of fun playing on both ends, right?
Yeah. I think it was kind of nice to see the whole field for a little bit and then notice what to do better in the next game for everyone.
Okay. All right. And I know you're going to do just that. What school you go to?
I go to MBMS now.
Okay, cool. You like that school?
I don't know.
You mean you get ready to go there, yeah. So, all right, so you're looking forward to joining with your teammates in New York?
Haley Kay.
Okay. Haley, talk about one last thing maybe you'd like to see your teammates be able to do this tournament.
Probably switch the ball more and maybe play it up to the forwards more and move more.
All right. Get some more pressure going on those defenders, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think you guys did a real good job of that to get the one shot, and it's a goal. One last thing you guys would like to say to your parents, grandparents, anybody, cousins, friends watching this videotape. You get a shout out. You do it on 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Strikers!
Greg Porter back here with, again, the contingent of Manhattan Beach Santa Surf Strikers. We have one player who didn't get a chance to play, and you are?
Sabrina Pickett.
Okay. Sabrina, what did you do to your right leg?
I broke my ankle.
Oh, wow. Okay. So how long does the doctor say it'll be before you can get back out there and play?
October.
October?
Yeah.
All right. That's part of the season then, won't it be?
Yeah, because I have to do physical therapy in September, so.
Okay, good. So you can help them maybe win the title in the season, right?
What?
Like when you get back out there, you know, you can help them win the championship maybe in the season play, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay,
I'll help.
After your physical therapy, good, good. What position did you play?
Stopper.
All right, good. So I think you guys would have won today if you were out there too, because that would have been even more defense and get it to the offense, right, Coach John?
We had probably, how many defenders did we missing? We were missing 3 defenders today, so we were a little bit struggling. The other 2 are traveling. On vacation, so but we did pretty well for what we had out there for sure, and we had a couple guest players come in that we've never played with, so that affects us as well. But we look good.
All right, yeah,
moved the ball well. Should have gotten that 1 goal off Natalie's shot, off the crossbar.
Almost.
Wow, what a crack!
So did you go to USC?
I went to SC. Okay, yeah, I finished up. Actually, I just finished up Tuesday.
Oh, congratulations.
Defended my dissertation.
I'm
now.
Yeah, my parents are season ticket holders.
Doctor Coach.
There you go.
I call him Doc.
Call him Doc.
All right. One last thing you would like to say, you know, for your team in this tournament?
Proud of this team. I know we've come a long way, and we were here last year, and we're hoping to do a little bit better. Last year we ended up playing in the 3rd place. Game at the end, so we're hoping to get the 2nd place, the bronze medal game.
Yeah.
Now let's go for the 2nd place game, huh?
There you go, get a silver this year.
Get a silver this year.
Olympic flavor here. All right. All right, girls. Well, good luck. One last shout out you'd like to say or cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Strikers!
Thanks, guys.
And that's going to do it here from Fulton Junior High School, where in Fountain Valley we saw the 1-0 game from the visitors of Arizona. The Arsenal, the Gilbert Arsenal premier, and it was on a shot in the second half. They elevated and got it in the back of the net. Of course, the girls from Manhattan Beach, Sand and Surf Strikers tried to do the same thing. They just missed off the top of the crossbar. We hope you enjoyed all the action. And take care of yourself. Until next time, God bless and save this one on the hard drive.